Fala, galerinha. Eu sei que carro-chefe do canal Mortal Kombat, mas de uma variada e trazer para vocês Street Fighter 6 aqui com as 7 melhores partidas tiradas de live. E amigão do canal, não deixe de deixar aquele likezão abaixo, o nosso não é inscrito, notificações. Bora lá, e as partidas estão muito massa, bora sim, bora! O Rio Zera.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Oh.
Let us begin. Round one.
Ah.
Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player one is using their drive liberally. Knockdown. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? In a dire situation, it gets them. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. A quick breather. Risky up-close scrap still going. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Oh, combo! Let's go! Player one can't use any drive boost. Cashes out the cage right there. This is gonna do, no doubt about it.
Nossa, que virada!
No way, that win wasn't luck. That was
Tático essa
100%
virada,
plan.
hein? Tático,
Player
chefe!
two was an absolute
Tático,
beast
cara!
in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Elena's putting those educated feet to good use. Player two chases them down. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Box him with a target combo. What's the play here? They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Knockdown. KO.
Oh,
Player two sets the tone with that win.
Helena.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fight.
Combo with the target combo. Sticks the combo. Elena's putting those educated feet to good use. Experiencing burnout. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Elena making him look. Uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Wow, that's some big time damage there. Ooh, what a smart blow. Notice a burnout. What a finish.
Caraca, velho!
Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Caraca, a minha tá massa, cara! Meu Deus, que play! Que play! Você tá no bronze, velho. Então eu tenho gripei que tá no bronze. Caraca! Puta, hein? Que luta! Que luta, chefe! Que luta! Luta fantástica, cara! Pelo amor de Deus! Estou maluco! Que lutaça, mano! Que pet! Meu Deus! Você gostou? Não deixa de deixar aquele like aqui embaixo. Se inscreva no canal se não é inscrito, ative as notificações. Descende direita. Conexão descende.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Ready yourself. Round 1.
Esse cara aqui é o melhor que...
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. The low kick connects. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Got their eye on the air. Player 2 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance at the full drive gauge to tap into. Box him with a target card. Heading into the end game now. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.
Immediate jump in. And lands a punish counter for the first hit. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Elena's putting those educated feet and brushes that off and keeps going. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Big anime vibe for the period's end. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high, drops him hard. Sets up with the jump in. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. You've got to be mind, this can lead to some big damage. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? And whiffs, they're wide open. Crowns, what a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? He's got to dodge. Nothing stops this train. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 2, wow, sat and waited for this opening. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. What now? Fires off them and not. They're hurt. It's not perfectly executed.
Perfect, Lima, velho! Meu Deus, chefe! Perfect!
It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back! Opts to create space to start. Rhino Horn hits! Player 1 chases them down. Picks the drive reversal. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Box them with a target combo. Gets him.
Oh my.
Player 2 picks up the always important first
Caraca,
round. They'll want to
velho.
keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Knocks down with the horn. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Rhino Horn hits. Player 1 has a chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Big opportunity in that flawless round. They got him so quick.
Oh, cara!
That
You
was
said
a
Jesse.
solid neutral game
Perfect!
with match.
Meu Deus! Foi perfect! Jesus amado, velho! Meu Deus, chat! Meu Deus! Taxa de vitória 100%! Amado, velho! Essa mina é muito boa, velho! É muito boa demais! Olha que eu nem cheguei a treinar muito com ela, viu? Eu nem cheguei a treinar muito com ela, viu? Deixa de aquele likezão aqui embaixo, galera. Se inscreva no canal se não é inscrito, ative as notificações. Essa aqui é a Helena. A ranqueada, cara, a Helena tá muito massa, bicho. Que é isso, chefe?
You'll better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Ready. Round 1. Fight.
Capeta.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The combo's there. Still slugging it out here. What are they thinking here? Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Burnout activates. Decent return on that combo. Taking stock. Player 1 in trouble with no KO.
Burnout.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps up. The throw misses. That combo smart play to stop the opponent. Still slugging it out at this range. Gets scooped from down low. They exchange blows. Play brushes that off and keeps going. They're experiencing burnout. What a finish! Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Decent return on that combo. Sees the drive reversal coming. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Taking stock. The jump in is denied. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
They exchange blows. Got a ton of damage off that opening. Can they do it again? Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Pulls them. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save KO.
Oh, damn.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. They trade hits, and now all that grinding and training mode paid off. Look at the optimal damage on that combo. Taking stock. Big, low, reaching heavy. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Stick to the jump in. Each hit is so important here. Goes for the in there.
Toma.
Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Dá o save jump ali.
Jumps up. Are we going to see some fireworks here?
Véi.
Big counter.
Querer apanhar mesmo agora.
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Going in? They exchange blows. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level. Player, this is gonna hurt.
Título,
An
velho.
opportunity for themselves. More fuel to the fire.
Toma.
Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super.
Véi, Akuma.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's
Caraca,
see if they
velho.
can build themselves a
Que
streak.
luta, hein, Jess? Que luta. Que luta, rapaz. Tá vendo, galera? É isso que eu falo. Vocês não ficam fazendo o mesmo movimento toda hora. Não ficam fazendo o mesmo movimento. Uma hora vai ser alterado. É isso aí que eu tô falando. É isso que eu falo sempre. Faça o mesmo movimento. Acabou de fazer o mesmo movimento, cara. Pronto. Lascou. Lascou-se. Nós não estamos um capeta desses aí, rapaz. Isso é um capeta. Um capeta, um capeta. Tenho certeza que isso é um capeta. Gostou? Não é inteligente? Aquele likezão aqui embaixo. Pelo canal não é inscrito de notificações. Bora lá, chat.
And they've gone for the same character.
Stop
Neither
it.
side's gonna want to lose this one.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit.
Branco.
Decent return on that combo. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. A nice, smart play to stop the opponent there. Still slugging it out at this range. Knockdown and... their drive gauges are looking bare. Near empty drive gauges will greatly affect both experiencing burnout. And burnout wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 proved to be the victor in that mirror match.
Burnout e já era.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Below heavy hits. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. A nice chunky combo. Can they keep up the assault? Knockdown. Gets the jump in. Both fighters are barely alive. Both fighters planning something? Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. From upstairs. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level. Scrapping in there.
Sacrifice. Fight round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Barely blocks the jump in. They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Risky play, but it pays off. Plenty of health. Both connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Amazing! What a finish! Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This can lead to some big damage. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, then perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. No way. What a finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts, ends off, tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. They exchange blows. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Oh, will this super art do anything? Looking for a hole. Only the best of players can come back from this. Super art to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best.
Akuma! Akuma, galera! Pelo amor de Deus, gente. Pelo amor de Deus. O bicho tá muito massa, cara. Gostou? Não deixa aqui likezão aqui embaixo. Se inscreva no canal nas notificações. Chat. Para mais tirais.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Show me what you have.
Imitar
I
ele.
am the prize of the Shiranui.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Jump in finds the mark. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Decides to go in with the target combo. The cross-up connects. Knockdown. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Very solid corner switch.
Aqui.
Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. They trade hits. And now, player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they? Lighting up the skies to cut in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball, throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Jumps, dashes forward.
Stay down.
The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? My barges in! Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Goes for it all, but just misses. Superb reaction. Brushes that off and keeps going. Uses the target combo as a filler. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances.
Mine.
Player 1 is the last fighter standing.
Perdi aí a... Eu quero ver se...
Round
How
one.
is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Deals some damage with that quick combo. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Strings it all together. Player 1 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Big counter, gets him. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A quick breather. Jumps? Which way you gonna block? Dashes. This can lead to some big damage. Both absolutely This is gonna hurt. Turning it right up with a super.
Caraca, velho! Matou, chefe!
Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
Mais tirais.
Projectile to try and change the situation. Box him with a target combo. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. What's the play here? Combo with the target combo. Gets the jump in. Neither of them willing to back off here. Life lead opens up. Strings it all together. Ah, burnout activates. Getting that extra juice with the KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? His Shoryu engine gives them the business. Still very early in the round. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 1 chases them down. My barges in. Going in? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Zones with the fireball. So, what's next? We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Connects with medium kick.
Tamo aqui, aí.
Not much life difference. Not much life left. Lighting up the skies with Kagero no Mai. Oh, here we go. A jump. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Excellent block. Sneaks in above. There's a change of side. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the... Makes the enemy shield and gets that buff. The attack continues.
Rapaz,
Player goes to the air. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Catches them out. Oh, yo, Raw Super here. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? A real, this can lead to some big damage. Jump, the reactions on display. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Who'll set the bait at this range? Crowns them from above. They are
opa,
done.
consegui! Consegui,
Player
chat!
2 clinches the win. But that could have
Oh,
been
que
anything.
raio!
No way we could have called that.
Ai, Shirai! Caraca, aí. Que partida, chat! Que partida!
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Esse impressão do cenário.
Round 1.
Tá aqui, ó. O street tá
Let's see what they try
preocupado.
to do here in the first round. Starts with a jump in. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo.
Velho, bate.
Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Looking for more pressure with that detonation. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter
Olha,
in
velho
perfect
combate.
round.
Daqui é o ponto. Velho
Player
combate.
2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep
Só
it up.
depende das suas
How they
habilidades. É
take
isso
advantage
que
of
eu
everything that's
gosto.
happened up until now.
Eu não gosto de
They hit each other.
ação.
Good job blocking the jump. Oh, these cycle
Claro,
uppercut
velho.
puts them on the rope. Their spacing is so on
Ali
point.
é
But who's
podrice.
gonna blink first? Player 2 needs to use the ends
Eu tinha
around
que
with a sick
imaginar, botaram aquilo
combo.
ali.
Amazing. Last round,
Fez
people.
também
Both
do
fighters gotta go
contra-partido.
all in from this point. Barely blocks the jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Look
Esse
at
veio
the
do
damage.
Mortal Kombat X. Porcaria.
Nails it. Getting up close and personal. Backfist hits and the pressure builds. With super arts into play, this can lead to some big damage. Are they going to be able to? That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it.
Ah,
Player
porcaria.
2 gets the win in a convincing
Fez
fashion.
um Mortal Kombat X. Então, cara, se repetiu.
They're still hungry.
Oh,
Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
Não,
Gets
mas
the
também
jump in.
parece com a...
Gets the
Vou
combo.
gostar, velho.
Takes him all the way to the corner with that.
Parecido, não?
Can't keep
Não
track of these corner
é
switches.
que seja igual, tá? Igual. Aí é repetir
Sticks the combo.
uma coisa.
Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing.
Pode fazer.
Knockdown. Player 2
Pode se
is
quiser,
in
pode.
burnout. Drives off the table. In a dire situation. They can't KO.
Se eles quiserem, eles podem repetir.
Player 2
Já
picks up the
fizeram
first
no-
round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Opts for the air-to-air encounter.
Mortal Kombat X. A merda de interação de cenário.
That combo did decent
Porcaria.
damage. Still slugging it out at this range. Jumps up. Gets the combo. This can lead to some big damage. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner crowns them from above. Puts up in a that final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it.
Python
Player
win.
2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Olha, se eu montar com base 13, que é com a mecânica parecida com a mecânica aqui. Interação de cenário, vocês vão ver eu xingando aqui do começo ao fim do Mortal Kombat 13. É um absurdo interação de cenário. É pior do que Canyon. É 1000 vezes pior. Você quer amplificar o golpe, interage com o cenário. É 1000 vezes pior, velho. Pode vir com uma mecânica assim, que nem do para o botão e amplificar o golpe, esse o Shimblow, aí, mano, vai ser muito massa. Agora, se perguntar a minha assim, você prefere o quê? Interação de cenário ou Camel? Camel. Como é Camel? Tá? O jogo aqui da luta, não deixa deixando aquele likezão aqui embaixo, se inscreva no canal se não é inscrito, notificações.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Jump in, finds the mark. The combo's there. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Knockdown. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Immediate jump in. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Hits them with a stop and pop. Uses the target combo as a filler. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight.
There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Carries them all the way to the court, crowns them from above. Player 1 has a full drive gate. This can lead to some big damage. Flatlines them. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Ah, shit.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run measure. Brushes that off and keeps going. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Gets a good read on their opponent, trips them up. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Hits them with a stop and pop. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 2 chases them down. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Side switch in the corner. Player 1 is barely hanging in there. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? Catches into 3 bars for rising fan. We've never seen Terry fall out like this. Can they create an opportunity? Meets them air to air. Oh, a win! Oh, burnout. Do they mean to do that? Amazing. Anti-air in the clutch. Drops them from the air. Player 2 cashes out the game right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Limited. Word.
Closes it out.
Caraca, velho.
Was an absolute
Vai, Zoni. Caraca, velho. Que luta, hein? Que luta. Pouco aí, hein? Pouco, cara. O que é o mais interessante aqui no Street? Cada um tem seu rank. A personagem tem seu rank. Isso que é o mais interessante aqui no Street 6. Cada personagem tem seu rank. Gostou? Não deixe de deixar aquele likezão aqui embaixo. Se inscreva no canal, ative as notificações.